Hey, old Mobs here. Ready to showcase something else from the Mobs Cave, something that there are a few of from a various different releases, and these are the McDonald's NBA collectible cups. Now, these came to Australia in the early 90s and lasted till about, I think 1996 might be one of the last ones here that we've got. Some of these you may recognize from your childhood as well. I know a couple that I had specifically that stand out to me, and I was lucky enough. I haven't kept on holding on to these since the 90s, but a couple that I've grabbed over the last few years, which has been awesome. And then there's a couple more that I'd never seen before that I was able to pick up also recently. So let's have a look at them. There's three different types that I wanted to highlight here. The first is these player cups, and we have the Grant Hill one here. Pistons classic mid-90s logo. Grant Hill, of course, was very much in vogue, very popular back in those days. And what you can't see, but what does come out more so now when you fill it up with a nice cold drink, as this would have been done in McDonald's Australia in 1996, there's some almost hypercolor writing on there. It says downtown, it says Grant Hill, there's number 33, you can't quite see. And that was all in part of the magic of the 90s when Magic Eye was out, hypercolor, all those sorts of things, changing color. When there was a cold drink in there, they would come out. Now, of course, the only Aussie in the NBA at that time was our man Luc Longley, and it was always awesome to see any piece of content with him on it, being such a key part of sort of Michael Jordan's Bulls teams. What you can't see there probably is what does come out is the long Luke writing and the number 13, which is also pretty cool. Now, I've only got 3 different players of these. I believe there were at least 4. We've got Sean Kemp here, also another key figure in those days from the Sonics. There's also a Charles Barkley Houston cup that I don't have one of at the moment. Now let's move on to the next ones, which are a little bit smaller, 1995, and these are team cups. So again, part of your collectible meals, things that you could grab. The New York Knicks here, really cool with the basketball court and a little bit about their history, some of their nicknames and their championships. Hasn't changed since 1995, their 2 championships. One of the cool cups I have. Another one that was really iconic in the 90s, which was the Charlotte Hornets. Everyone wanted a Charlotte Hornets cup. Again, no championships, but talks about their early days in the league because they hadn't been there very long at that stage. They were one of the new teams. The final one, of course, is the coveted sort of Chicago Bulls cup from those days. And again, it only has 3 NBA championships on here too, 91, 92, and 93. And talks about how they've fared over the last few seasons leading up to that. So really cool cups. There's also an Orlando Magic one somewhere around. Oh, there it is over there. Probably should have brought that over. I knew I had one. But finally, the ones that are newest to my collection but are super, super cool, the limited edition USA Basketball Dream Team McDonald's cups. I don't know whether these were released in Australia. These are definitely USA cups. Magic Johnson one here, and just such a cool artistic pattern on there, and the signature, and a little bit about Magic at the time. Collector cup number 4 of 10 in the series. So yeah, I love these. Magic, I have Magic, and I have, of course, Michael himself. How cool is that? Picture again, classic mid-90s, early 90s stuff. Just a great design, and all about Michael Jordan and his accomplishments to that time, again leading through just in 1992. So still pretty impressive, and that's the collector cup number 5 in the series, as you can see here from USA Basketball. So wrapping it up, some of the stuff we used to be able to get here in McDonald's, here in Australia, collector cups, and I know there's plenty more NBA cups out there that McDonald's have probably put out over the years, but a couple of those particularly were heavily released here in Australia and probably bring back some great memories for you all. I hope so. I'm glad I've still got a few. You can definitely still find them on eBay. You can still find them on Facebook Marketplace occasionally, and they're a lot of fun to break out and just reminisce about the good old times of those days of the mid-90s basketball. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give us a comment, tell us the ones that you had and the ones that whether you still have any of those. We'd love to hear from you, and yeah, I'll be back soon, so take care.